Can't wait. I'm getting the fucking Cybertruck, and it's gonna be badass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. I love my Jeep, and I will definitely drive it till it's about ready to die.
Yeah.
And I went to Dempsey because I had to get a bunch of shit fixed on my car. And he was like, "Well, when are you gonna be in the mood to buy another Jeep?" And I kind of laughed a little bit, and I was like, "I'm probably gonna put a fucking Cummins in it before it fucking dies." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "You know what the fuck I mean. I'm gonna put a fucking Cummins in it before it goddamn dies." He's like, "Well, you know it's gonna be a lot more than just putting a new engine in your car." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I know
Right.
that, but it's gonna be worth it a lot more in the end for me, and the engine's then gonna outlast the body of the
Right.
car."
Yeah. Those diesel engines last
So
forever.
exactly, and it's like the price on diesel doesn't change too
No.
much, especially I mean even now with the the war zone period that we're fucking living
Right.
through right
Right.
now. Like the price on diesel doesn't change too much. So I would honestly rather fucking put a diesel engine in my car than like buy a new
Yeah.
car because it'd be cheaper to do so.
Right. That that makes sense. With the with the Cybertruck, it's it's estimated that like the cost of ownership will be like $20,000 less than it would be to own a F-150, which is what I drive right now. So like there's two different versions of the Cybertruck that I'm like going in between. There's like the $50,000 dual motor one, which has like
Yeah.
300 plus miles of range, and then there's a $70,000 one that has 500 plus miles of range. And I just see that like 500 number, and it's just like, man, I really could, I would love to have that because like we drive from New York to like Hannah's cabin in Michigan, which is like 1,000 miles away from here. So to only have to
Yeah.
stop, a couple times to hit a
That'd be
supercharger.
fucking awesome, especially because like you don't have a dog right now.
Yeah. Oh, you're frozen a little bit.
The passenger could take care of Theo.
Yeah. Yeah. The passenger could. And, like, go driving back home. It's a 14-hour trip back home, too. So, like, having that extra range would be awesome. And so, like, National Grid, the company, they help out with like electrical vehicle purchases with like I think it's like two or three, maybe $4,000, and then
Oh damn.
New York State gives you $2,000. So like that kind of makes going with the more expensive one a little more reasonable, but still it'd be like freaking $900 a month, which is what we pay in rent right now for a
Holy
vehicle.
shit.
But it'll only be for like 6 years or 5 years.
Oh yeah, that's still 6 fucking years. Holy shit.
It's not. It's really not that outrageous. Um, because because the it would last forever. The fucking truck would last forever. It is made out of stainless steel, and it
What
uses
about
electric
how long
motors.
do the batteries last in the truck
A
though?
million miles.
1 million fucking miles.
Yes,
God damn.
and the uh, electric motors are incredibly efficient and reliable. So there's
Yeah.
like it's never gonna. The only thing you're gonna need to do is replace the windshield wipers and the tires every 50,000 miles. That's it. Like brake pads, don't need to change them ever because it uses regenerative braking. So when you take
Yeah.
your foot off the pedal or like the gas, it uses a generator essentially within the motor to recharge the battery a little bit. So it uses that to slow you down instead of the actual brake pads. So I don't know. I really want it because it looks fucking awesome and I want an electric vehicle. And the one that Hannah wants, we originally thought like, okay, maybe we'll get a dual motor Model 3 or a Model Y.
Yeah.
Um, you would get less range in those two vehicles and less like cargo room, less storage space. Like why would we do that? When we could get a truck. I don't know. But
I feel like there's a lot more that you can do with the truck as well.
yeah,
Like as
for sure.
compared to having like an SUV or something of that like nature, like just having a truck is just a lot better than
Gives you a lot more
anything else.
options, I think.
Yes. And like if you wanted to go camping for a weekend or something like that, and you
Yeah.
just don't want to have like you just don't want to have that type of shit in your car, especially if it like rains while you're camping. I wouldn't want to have that like all inside my car, getting my car all fucking wet, having a bed to throw that shit in,
Yeah.
or like especially if you wanted to go out and go like hunting or something, especially
Mm,
you kill something, fucking, you don't want to have that inside your car, just getting your car all bloody and disgusting.
right.